Well, welcome to Bourbon Writers and another First Pour series. Tonight, we're cracking... Wait a minute. I've already cracked open the Buffalo Trace. In fact, I've got Buffalo Trace in my glass right now. What's up with that, assistant? That's right. She told me this isn't our normal first pour. Because we've been drinking Buffalo Trace for years. What we haven't been drinking, or tried, is the single barrel. So tonight we get a treat. Some of my very good friends where I work got me this bottle in appreciation for all the hard things I've done. Really wasn't that hard. I like what I do. So tonight we're going to do a first pour on the Buffalo Trace single barrel, but we're also going to compare it to the Buffalo Trace mass version, just the regular blend that I've had for years. Whether you like to put it in a cocktail, over ice, or like me, neat, you just can't beat the value for $30 if you can find it. And I realize some markets it's still kind of hard to find. Up in North Georgia, I see it all over the place now. So we're going to see how this single barrel, and I've been reading about it, and Buffalo Trace has a single barrel program. You go to www.singlebarrelselect.com, and we'll put that on the screen for you. And they talk about the single barrel program that Buffalo Trace has. Okay, yeah, let's see what kind of pop this baby's got. That was a nice pop. A little sunshine came out of there too. Smells like Buffalo Trace, what can I tell you? And if you looked at the bottles, except for this little copper sticker on the side, and they talk about it in the single barrel program, you wouldn't know that this was anything special or anything different from any of the other Buffalo Trace bottles. Someone applies a sticker. In this case, it is, what's it say, 2022, hand-selected for the some store incoming. I can't read it. We'll put that on the screen below. From Warehouse L, and this is barrel number 254. Well, perfect, barrel 254. We hope you're delicious. We decided that we needed to taste and smell from a new bottle because the single barrel is a new bottle, and one of my old bottles, Buffalo Trace, who knows when it was opened, may not be a good comparison. So we've got two brand new bottles that have just been opened, and we're going to compare the aroma and the taste side by side and see if we can see any differences. I mean, I already know I like Buffalo Trace. Will I like the single barrel even better? So let's give it a little swirl. Molasses, brown sugar, a little bit of proof, a little bit of oak. What I've always smelled in Buffalo Trace, and this is the single barrel. Let's go to the original. Same thing. I can tell no difference in the aroma. It's the same exact aroma. They're both brand new bottles, so they really haven't breathed that much. If you mixed them up, I would be able to tell them apart. So let's see what the palate says. I'm going to go on the left first since I am familiar with the standard Buffalo Trace. Oh, cheers. Just like before, you get a little bit of that bacon spice in the front, a nice sweet fruit across the palate, a little bit of brown sugar, maple-ish goodness going on there. It's nice. I had forgotten just how good the taste is. I'm so used to having this in a cocktail that my wife prepares and doing other bourbons that, you know, sometimes you need to go back to your roots. Buffalo Trace is my roots. So let's see what the single barrel comes up with. Now it's the same proof, just from a single barrel, not blended. Cheers. They are different. Oh yeah. Wow. The single barrel has more spice right up front. It tastes proofier, but we know if they've done their job, it's the same exact proof. It tastes a little higher proof, but I think that's because of the spice. Wow, the flavor seemed to be a little more intense. Now, is it because this was actually the second sip and this was the first sip? Well, let's go back to the original and see if it tastes any different. Nope, exactly like it tasted the first time. So I don't think it was because the single barrel went second. I think the single barrel does taste different. It definitely has more spice going on. It's still got that medium to dark fruit. It's still got that sweetness. But there's definitely a kick of spice in the single barrel that I not tasted in the standard or the blend. Now, keep in mind, as most people will tell you, single barrels will vary from barrel to barrel. Some barrels may be great, some barrels not so great. The whole idea of blending a bourbon is to make it consistent. So you as a consumer going like, man, that's good. It's just like I always remember. Well, I've never thought of Buffalo Trace as being a good. I always thought of Buffalo Trace as being a better than the average bourbon. Better, best. Now, your experience may differ when you get your single barrel, assuming you're looking for one. My experience, would I have bought this at twice the price of the original? Probably not twice the price. 50% more? Absolutely. So if this is 30, would I pay 45 for this? All day long. So when it comes down to our new rating system, and we just did this, started like 2 shows ago, starting with, what was it? I think it was the, what was that? Blue Note. Blue Note Crossroads was the first time we used our rating system. And we got a 5-level rating system. And we'll put that off over here to the side. I think it's actually over here to this side, where we rate and recommend all in one thing. It's because numbers mean nothing to people. I mean, it's like my numbers, that doesn't mean anything to you. So we actually give you a recommendation. And with that, what we think, how good the bourbon is. So, 1 to 5, as you can see on the screen now. Our top recommendation is go buy it now. Stop the video, go to the store and buy it. And I will tell you, that is our recommendation for the single barrel. If you know where it is, stop the video right now, go to the store and buy it. I do not think you will regret it. Buffalo Trace has always been a good product. If this is an example of what you'll get out of a single barrel, don't wait. Go now, go buy it. You can thank me later. So we hope you enjoyed this video. and you'll subscribe for more videos like this. And we're always looking to improve our first pour series. This was kind of like a special request, and we wanted to do this basically in celebration of my great friends who gave me this great bottle. Thank you. We'll see you next time. Natural cork, but that, oh well, we'll cut that out, won't we?